Ciao, I'm Romolo Botrugno, 40 years old, biotechnologist and a happy member of Copan Group family since July 2010. Currently, I'm the QC Microlab Manager for Copan Italia, coordinating and supporting QC Microlab team to guarantee that the performance characteristics of LBM product line meet the quality standard required. The transport of clinical specimen is a critical component for accurate diagnosis. A bacteriological collection and transport device can be considered a good quality product if its usability, safety and performance characteristics meet the final user expectation and efficiently preserve the sample for the subsequent analysis. In the last 20 years, Copan based the quality control on the CLSI 482 quality control of microbiological transport system. Of course, this is not the only, but as medical device manufacturer, we must comply with ISO 13485 and the new regulation 745 issued for medical device, and additionally, each country, region, and even lab may have different needs, approach, or requirements. So it's important for Copan to be always updated to take in consideration this aspect and verify to be in compliance with them. Copan validates its collection device following stringent quality standards. These quality standards are applied to the entire manufacturing process, starting with the selection of raw material, continuing with specific control during the production processes, and concludes with performance tests on the finished product, where a portion of the product lot is tested to simulate its use. The QC testing are different and cover all the production phases. Based on QC statistical sampling, all the verifications are performed during the production to assure that each piece can be submitted to the next phase with highest respect of the specifications. Critical raw materials are verified to assure the absence of toxicity against bacteria. Semi-finished swabs are verified to assure to perform as expected in terms of absorption and release. Finished products are tested assessing the capacity to maintain the viability of a panel of a TCC microorganism for a defined testing time, simulating the real use of the device. The process to validate a new device can vary depending on the needs of the lab, but the first approach is to compare the performance against the old device using the methods described in the M40 standard. This document provides a consistent protocol for the initial testing of microbiological transport device by which different laboratories can validate claims and compare devices. This can be considered sufficient in general, but a laboratory can require additional testing depending on their interest. They may need to verify different applications like molecular assay compatibility. All the laboratories, especially now, have at least a molecular platform. If they are not using for COVID testing, they will use as much as they can to facilitate and speed up their routine. Copan swab has been already proven to be suitable for different molecular assays. For some of them, swab is validated and suggested as collection device. In this case, there is no need to perform any type of validation. However, there are many different molecular assays commercially available or developed by laboratories, and for this reason, Copan actively collaborates to check the compatibility of swab to verify potential interferences. We have dedicated personnel that take directly contact with the laboratories to provide a customized protocol to meet the customer needs. Each protocol assesses the performance characteristic of the complete device, verifying that the performance claims are met following standardized testing and acceptance criteria, solve the tricky passages of the M40 methods, and facilitate the use with new molecular assays. My early years working for Copan Italia allow me to travel all around the world, visiting and supporting laboratories to implement Copan device in their routine. I have so many successful stories to tell, but for all of them, the best gratification for me and for Copan was receiving feedback from customers that they were happy to improve the isolation, especially of anaerobic or fastidious microorganisms, since the swab has been introduced in their routine, as well as the improvement to use a sample ready to use that cut the hands-on time.